I also used to feel lost in life, but I fixed it, and now I want to help you. As always, this video is kinda long, so it's totally okay to do something else in the background. Just make sure you watch the whole thing for most benefit. You feel lost because deep down, you know you were meant for something more. You wake up, scroll your phone, check messages from people you don't even care about, waste time watching meaningless content, and before you know it, the sun has set and another day has passed. Another day closer to death, another day wasted, and the worst part? You tell yourself that tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow you'll be productive. Tomorrow you'll chase your dreams. But when tomorrow comes, you're right back in the same loop. You weren't always like this. There was a time when you had energy, passion, fire in your soul. As a kid, you dreamt of becoming something great. Maybe you wanted to be an astronaut, a scientist, a warrior, a leader. But now you're just another cog in the machine. Another faceless person in a world of billions. Another lost soul who doesn't even remember what it feels like to truly live. It's not entirely your fault. Society is designed to keep you lost, to keep you weak, to keep you complacent. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to realize your full potential. From the moment you were born, they started feeding you lies. Go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a stable job, buy a house, get married, retire, and then die. That's the script they gave you. But deep down, you know that script was never meant for you. You know there's something wrong with this system. Look around you. How many people do you see who are truly happy? How many people do you know who wake up excited for the day ahead? Most people are just surviving, not living. They distract themselves with cheap entertainment, meaningless pleasures, and short-term dopamine hits just to numb the pain of their existence. They're addicted to social media, video games, junk food, alcohol, porn, anything that gives them a temporary escape from the emptiness they feel inside. And you're no different. You tell yourself that you're going to change, but deep down, you're afraid. Afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone. So you stay in your bubble, convincing yourself that you're fine, that everything's okay. But late at night, when it's just you and your thoughts, you can't lie to yourself. You know something is missing. You know you're not living the life you were meant to live. The problem is that you don't even know what you want anymore. You've been so conditioned by society that you've lost touch with your true desires. What do you actually want? What excites you? What makes you feel alive? If you can't answer that question, then of course you feel lost. You're like a ship without a destination, drifting aimlessly through life, hoping that one day you'll magically end up somewhere good. But that's not how it works. If you don't take control of your own life, someone else will. And that someone else doesn't have your best interest in mind. Think about it. Every single day, you're bombarded with distractions designed to keep you weak. Social media feeds you nonsense that rots your brain. Processed food destroys your body. Porn and instant gratification kill your motivation. You're being turned into a passive consumer, a mindless drone who does nothing but work, consume, and die. And the worst part? You let it happen. You let them steal your potential. But deep down, you know you were meant for something more. That's why you feel this void inside you. That's why nothing truly satisfies you. Because you weren't meant to live like this. You were meant to be strong, disciplined, powerful. You were meant to build, to conquer, to create. You were meant to leave a mark on this world. But you won't do that by sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. If you want to stop feeling lost, you have to take action. You have to take responsibility for your life. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to let go of the comforts that are keeping you weak. You're going to have to suffer, to struggle, to push through pain and discomfort. But that's the price of greatness. You don't get to feel fulfilled by sitting on your ass all day. You have to earn it. You have to stop running from your problems. Stop numbing yourself with distractions. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is right now. So what are you going to do? Keep wasting your life or finally take control? You tell yourself you'll change. You tell yourself that tomorrow, next week, next year, things will be different. But they never are. Why? Because you're stuck in a cycle of procrastination, fear, and self-doubt. You don't actually believe you can change. You don't actually believe you can become the person you want to be. So you stay exactly where you are. You scroll social media, watching other people live the life you wish you had. You see the guy with the perfect physique, the entrepreneur making millions, the world traveler experiencing things you can't even dream of. And instead of being inspired, you feel bitter. You tell yourself they got lucky. You tell yourself they had advantages you didn't. You make excuses because the truth is too painful to accept. The only thing stopping you from being great is you. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to magically give you the life you want. If you want to stop feeling lost, you have to take control. You have to take responsibility for every single aspect of your life. Your body, your mind, your habits, your decisions. You can't blame society, your parents, your past, or anything else. You have to accept that you are the reason you are where you are. And that's a good thing, because if you're the reason, that means you're also the solution. But most people don't want to hear that. Most people would rather stay comfortable in their misery than go through the pain of transformation. They'd rather keep numbing themselves with entertainment, junk food, porn, and other distractions than face the uncomfortable truth that their life is slipping away. How many years have you already wasted? How many times have you said, "This is the year I'll change"? And yet here you are, still lost, still waiting, still hoping that something outside of you will fix everything. But nothing is coming. No one is going to give you purpose. No one is going to give you direction. You have to create it for yourself. The first step is discipline. Forget motivation. Motivation is a lie. It comes and goes like the wind. You feel motivated for a few days, maybe a week. Then life hits you, and suddenly, you're back to your old habits. That's why you've failed every time before, because you relied on motivation instead of discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It means waking up early, hitting the gym. That means working on your goals, eating clean and cutting out distractions. Even when every part of you wants to stay comfortable, discipline is what separates the winners from the losers. It's the reason why some people build incredible lives while others stay stuck in mediocrity. You have to embrace the struggle. You have to embrace discomfort. You have to rewire your brain to love the grind, to love the pain, to love the feeling of pushing yourself beyond your limits. That's what growth is. That's how you stop feeling lost. By forging yourself into the kind of person who doesn't need motivation, who doesn't need hand-holding, who doesn't need permission to start living, because that's the real reason you feel lost. You've spent your whole life waiting for someone to tell you what to do. Your parents, your teachers, your bosses, they all told you what steps to take. But now there's no one guiding you, no one giving you a roadmap, and that terrifies you. Because for the first time you have to take responsibility. Most people never do. They spend their whole lives following orders, waiting for instructions, avoiding responsibility. They stay in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, routines that kill their soul, just because they're too afraid to take control. And, in the end, they die full of regret, knowing they wasted their one shot at life. That won't be you. Not if you make the decision right now to change. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop wasting time. The clock is ticking. Your life is slipping away. You don't have another 10 years to waste. Every single day you spend lost is a day you'll never get back. So what's the plan? What are you going to do today to take control? What's one habit you can start right now to break free from this cycle? Because if you don't act now, you never will. You've spent so much time drifting through life, waiting for something to change, waiting for clarity, waiting for a sign. But that sign isn't coming. No one is going to knock on your door and hand you a purpose. No one is going to give you a reason to wake up in the morning. You have to create that for yourself. That's why you feel lost. Because you have no purpose. Think about it. Every single day, you wake up without a clear mission. You go through the motions, do what you're supposed to do, follow the same boring routine, but there's nothing driving you forward. You don't have a goal that excites you. You don't have a reason to suffer, to push through pain, to fight for something bigger than yourself. And when you don't have a purpose, life starts to feel meaningless. You try to fill the void with distractions, social media, video games, junk food, TV shows, porn, mindless entertainment, but it never works. It just numbs you for a little while, makes you forget the emptiness inside you. But the moment the distraction ends, that feeling comes right back. Because deep down, you know you're wasting your life. Humans are designed to chase something. We need a mission. We need a reason to wake up in the morning. When you don't have one, your brain starts to turn against you. That's when depression, anxiety, and self-doubt creep in. That's when you start feeling like you're drowning, like you're stuck in a loop you can't escape from, because you're not meant to live like this. Look at any man who truly lives, someone who radiates confidence, energy, purpose. What do they all have in common? They have something they're building, something they're chasing. It could be a business, a creative project, a skill they're mastering, a vision they refuse to let go of. That's what separates them from the lost souls who wander through life without direction. So ask yourself, what am I building? What am I dedicating my life to? What am I working toward that makes the pain worth it? If you can't answer that, then of course you feel lost. Because right now you're living without a why. And when you don't have a why, everything feels pointless. But here's the truth. Your purpose isn't something you find. It's something you create. Too many people sit around waiting for their purpose to magically reveal itself. They think that one day they'll wake up and suddenly know exactly what they were meant to do. But it doesn't work like that. Purpose isn't found, it's built step by step through action. You don't need some grand revelation to get started. You just need to pick something and commit to it. Start chasing excellence in something. It doesn't matter what. Fitness, business, writing, art, fighting, building. Just pick something and go all in. Because the moment you dedicate yourself to something bigger than yourself, everything changes. You stop feeling lost because now you have a direction. You stop waking up with dread because now you have a reason to get up. You stop numbing yourself with distractions because now your life has meaning. This is the truth that no one wants to tell you. Happiness isn't the goal. Purpose is. Happiness is just a byproduct of living with purpose. You don't chase happiness. You chase growth, discipline, mastery, and through that, happiness comes naturally. Right now you feel lost because you're focused on the wrong things. You're searching for comfort, for pleasure, for anything that makes you feel good in the short term. But real fulfillment only comes from struggle, from pushing yourself, from dedicating your life to something meaningful. So stop looking for purpose. Start creating it. Wake up early. Build something. Master a skill. Set a goal so big it scares you. Put yourself through hardship on purpose. Make yourself into someone who doesn't need motivation, who doesn't need entertainment, who doesn't need to escape reality. Because your reality is so fulfilling that you don't want to escape it. You don't need more distractions. You don't need more time to figure things out. You need to act. Because every day you waste is another day. You'll never get back, so what's it going to be? Keep feeling lost or finally take control? The truth is, you've been brainwashed into thinking that life is supposed to be easy, that you're supposed to be happy all the time, that if you're struggling, something must be wrong. But that's a lie. Life isn't supposed to be easy. You need struggle. You need hardship. You need pain. Look at the men who have achieved great things. The warriors, the visionaries, the leaders. Do you think their lives were easy? Do you think they sat around waiting for motivation? No. They suffered. They bled. They fought. And that's exactly why they became great. Right now, you run away from discomfort. You avoid hard work. You procrastinate. You escape into distractions. And you wonder why you feel empty inside. It's because you're not living the way you were meant to live. You were designed to hunt, to conquer, to create, to struggle, not to sit in front of a screen, mindlessly consuming content, waiting for life to begin. Think about the last time you felt truly alive. Was it when you were scrolling your phone for hours? Was it when you were binge-watching Netflix? Was it when you were stuffing yourself with junk food? No, it was when you were challenged, when you pushed yourself, when you achieved something difficult. You feel lost because you've been running from the very thing that will save you. Discipline. Discipline is freedom. That's the paradox no one tells you. The more disciplined you are, the freer you become. When you take control of your habits, your time, your mindset, suddenly life stops feeling like an endless loop of distractions and regrets. You start moving with purpose. You start building something real. You stop feeling like a victim and start becoming the kind of person who shapes his own destiny. But that won't happen if you keep waiting. If you keep saying tomorrow. If you keep numbing yourself with pleasure instead of facing the discomfort. Because that's the choice you have to make every single day. Comfort or purpose. Most people choose comfort. That's why most people are miserable. They think they're avoiding pain, but all they're doing is trading short-term comfort for long-term suffering. Because one day, you're going to wake up 30, 40, 50 years old and realize that you wasted your entire life avoiding the very thing that would have made you strong. Imagine that for a second. Imagine being 50, looking back on your life, and realizing that you never took action, that you never went all in on anything, that you let your potential rot because you were too scared to struggle. That's the real nightmare, not failure, not rejection, wasting your life. And that's exactly what will happen if you don't take control right now. Not next week, not next year, now. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to pick a direction and start moving. Stop hesitating. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. If you want to stop feeling lost, you need to become obsessed with something. Anything. Master a skill. Build a business. Push your body to its limits. Dedicate yourself to something and refuse to quit. Because the moment you go all in on a purpose, that's when life starts making sense. That's when the distractions stop tempting you. That's When you stop feeling like a lost, weak, purposeless man. So what are you going to do? Keep waiting? Keep feeling lost? Keep wasting your life? Or are you finally going to take control? Because no one is going to do it for you. You think you have time. You think you can wait a little longer, that you can afford to waste a few more years. But let me tell you something. Time doesn't care about you. It moves forward with or without you. And every second you hesitate, every day you waste is a day you'll never get back. You don't realize it now, but the version of you that you could become, the strong, disciplined, unstoppable version, is slipping away. Every moment you sit there scrolling, distracting yourself, avoiding responsibility, that version of you dies a little more, and eventually, he'll be gone. Then what? Then you'll wake up one day and realize you became someone you never wanted to be. A man with no fire, no purpose, no strength, just another person who could have been great but chose comfort instead. You think you're safe. You think you can put off taking action. But you're not safe. You're in danger. The kind where you slowly kill your own potential without even realizing it. So let me make this clear. You have one life. One. And every single moment, you're making a choice. You're either moving toward your purpose or you're running from it. There's no in between. If you keep waiting for some magical moment when everything clicks, you'll wait forever. The only way forward is to force yourself into action. It doesn't matter if you don't know exactly what you want to do. It doesn't matter if you're not sure where to start. Pick something, build something, dedicate yourself to something bigger than yourself. Because without purpose, life is nothing but suffering. A slow, painful decay into regret. But with purpose, you become alive. You wake up with energy. You attack the day. You don't need motivation because your mission pulls you forward. And that's the life you were meant to live. So stop wasting time. Stop looking for an easy way out. Stop waiting for someone to come and rescue you. No one is coming, it's just you. You versus the clock. You versus your old self. You versus the distractions trying to steal your soul. Are you going to fight for your purpose or are you going to let it slip away? Decide now. There's a version of you who never gave up. A version of you who took control, who built himself from nothing, who refused to let weakness win. And right now, that version is watching you. What would he say? Would he be proud? Or would he shake his head in disappointment, wondering why you're still making excuses, why you're still running from the very things that would make you strong? Because that's what's happening, isn't it? You know what you need to do. You've known for a long time, but you keep waiting. You keep telling yourself that tomorrow will be different, that you'll start soon, but you never do. And that's why you feel lost. Not because life is unfair, not because you lack potential, not because you need more time to figure things out. You feel lost because deep down you know you're wasting your potential. That's the real reason. That's the feeling gnawing at you when you wake up in the morning. That's the emptiness you try to escape from with distractions. It's not because life is meaningless. It's because you're not giving it meaning. Because meaning comes from purpose. Purpose isn't something magical. It's not some grand destiny that's waiting for you to discover it. It's something you build through action. You have to choose. And once you choose it, you have to attack it with everything you have. No more half measures. No more, I'll try. No more dipping your toes in the water. Go all in. Because half effort is what's been killing you. Half effort is why you never see results. Half effort is why you feel like you're running in circles. You want direction? You want clarity? You want to stop feeling lost? Then burn the boats. Remove all other options. Force yourself to commit. Because when you have no way out, that's when you truly come alive. That's when you stop making excuses. That's when you stop hesitating. That's when you finally start living like the man you were meant to be. So the question is simple. Are you ready to become that man? Or are you going to keep running from your own potential? The choice is yours. It's easy to look at others and think they have it figured out. You watch them and wonder how they seem to know exactly what they want. How they're able to wake up every day and grind, pushing forward with clarity and confidence. You think, what's their secret? The truth is they don't have any special secret. They've just made the decision to get to work. They've made the decision that no matter how hard it gets, they will not let their future self down. They don't wait for the right moment. They don't wait until everything is perfect. They go out and create their own moments. They choose their own path and walk it with unwavering commitment. You look at them and feel envy. You think that their lives are easy, that they don't struggle like you do. But here's the thing. Everyone struggles. Everyone faces setbacks. No one is exempt from the grind. But it's how you deal with that struggle that defines you. If you want to stop feeling lost, you need to understand that struggle isn't the enemy. Struggle is the very thing that makes you strong. It's the fire that refines you. You don't get stronger by avoiding pain. You get stronger by embracing it, by leaning into the discomfort. And here's the catch. Most people will never take that step. Most people will never embrace the grind. They'll settle. They'll go through life avoiding the hard things, looking for shortcuts, trying to get by with the least amount of effort possible. And when they do that, they lock themselves into mediocrity. Mediocrity is the silent killer. It creeps in when you're not paying attention. It lures you into thinking that a comfortable life is what you should strive for. And once you're in that trap, it's hard to get out. Because mediocrity whispers, you've done enough, you've worked hard enough, you deserve a break. And you listen to it. But you were never meant to live a mediocre life. You were never meant to just get by. You were made for greatness. You were made to push yourself, to challenge yourself, to become something extraordinary. And the way to do that is simple. Stop listening to mediocrity. Stop listening to the voice in your head telling you that it's okay to settle. Stop listening to the people around you who try to justify their own comfort and laziness. Stop looking for easy ways out. The moment you commit to greatness, to purpose, is the moment you stop feeling lost. You stop questioning your worth, your direction, your future, because you know what you're doing. You know that every sacrifice you make, every ounce of energy you pour into your purpose is moving you closer to your goal. Every rep at the gym, every hour spent learning, every moment of discomfort, that's what will get you where you want to go. But none of that will matter if you don't make a decision. If you keep waiting, you'll still be here a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, wondering where the time went. You'll look back and realize you wasted your best years waiting for something to change, waiting for life to give you permission to start. But there's no permission slip coming. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. You don't need to wait for the perfect opportunity. You just need to start. And once you start, you don't stop. You don't give up. You don't back down. That's the key to success. You don't wait for motivation. You build it. You don't wait for life to give you purpose. You create your own purpose. And when you do that, everything changes. You see, the difference between the man who is lost and the man who is found is simple. One is actively moving towards something, and the other is passively waiting for life to hand him something. The truth is, life won't hand you anything. It will only give you what you earn. And that starts with taking full responsibility for where you are right now. You can keep making excuses. You can keep blaming your circumstances, your past, your failures, your mistakes, the things that are holding you back. But at the end of the day, those are just distractions. They're just ways for your mind to avoid facing the real truth, that you are responsible for your own life. The moment you accept that responsibility, everything shifts. You stop feeling lost because you start moving. You stop waiting because, the only thing that matters is what you do now. There's no magic pill. There's no shortcut to success. There's only discipline, consistency, and a willingness to keep going even when it gets hard. And it will get hard. But that's the point. If it was easy, everyone would do it. The people who succeed are the ones who embrace the struggle, who see pain as part of the process. The man who becomes great is the one who learns to live with discomfort. He doesn't run from it. He faces it head on, knowing that the struggle is what will make him stronger, sharper, more focused. It's the struggle that forges his character. And he knows that no matter how many times he gets knocked down, he'll get back up. Because that's who he is. If you want to stop feeling lost, you have to stop looking for an easy way out. You have to stop thinking that the world owes you something. You have to stop thinking that someone is going to come and fix your life for you. You have to fix it yourself, and you will. But it won't happen overnight. It will take time. It will take effort. It will take sacrifices that will make you question whether it's worth it. But let me tell you, it's worth it. Because when you start living with purpose, when you start taking consistent action every day, when you start pushing yourself, even when you don't feel like it, the world will start to change for you. Your body will get stronger, your mind will get sharper, your life will become more focused, and you'll stop feeling lost. When you wake up in the morning, you won't be wondering what to do next. You'll know exactly what needs to be done, and you'll do it. You'll act with conviction. You'll make the choices that move you closer to your goals. You'll stop procrastinating. You'll stop wasting time. You'll start living with purpose. And that's what will save you from feeling lost. That's what will give you the sense of direction you've been searching for. Because purpose is what transforms everything. When you have purpose, every day has meaning. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow. Every sacrifice becomes worth it. And you start seeing your life through a new lens, a lens where you are in control, where you know exactly what you're doing and why. You won't feel like you're drifting anymore. You'll feel like you're alive, like you're part of something bigger than yourself. And when you realize that, when you make that shift, everything changes. You will stop feeling lost and you will start living in the way you were always meant to live. Because at the end of the day, purpose is the answer. It's the thing that will bring clarity to your confusion. It's the thing that will help you rise above your doubts. And it's the thing that will make you stop feeling lost. The only thing you need to ask yourself is this: are you ready to take responsibility for your life? Are you ready to make a decision today that will change everything? Because no one is going to do it for you. It's up to you. Now go out there and build the life you've been waiting for. All right, thanks for listening. Hopefully it helped you, and I hope to see you here soon.